The story of Abijah in the Bible begins in 1 Kings chapter 15, just after he inherits the throne of Judah, following the death of his father Rehoboam, who was one of Solomon's sons. More on Rehoboam later. The name Abijah means Yahweh is my father. Abijah is referred to as Abijam in 1 Kings 14 through 15, but he's also known as Abijah when he's discussed one book later in 2 Chronicles 13. In this video, let's stick to the name Abijah for alphabetical purposes. Unfortunately for Abijah, he inherited a kingdom that was ruined by his father's foolishness, and that his father ruled the kingdom, doing what was evil in the Lord's sight. Abijah's short 3-year reign, lasting from about 915 BC to 913 BC, was characterized by constant conflict with the northern kingdom of Israel, which was ruled by Jeroboam. More on him later as well. Not only does the Bible share different names for Abijah, it also reveals contrasting personalities for him as well. In 1 Kings, he's described as someone who committed the same sins as his father before him, and was not faithful to the Lord his God. However, in 2 Chronicles, he's portrayed as someone who understood the power of relying on the God of Israel. For example, Abijah led an army of 400,000 warriors against Jeroboam's army of 800,000 warriors. Shortly before the armies clashed, Abijah warns and convicts Jeroboam, saying that Judah, unlike Israel at the time, had not abandoned God's teaching and instruction, and that they still followed the rules that God had established to govern them and dictate those who were allowed to become priests. He went on to ask Jeroboam, "Do you really think you can stand against the kingdom of the Lord that is led by the descendants of David?" He proclaimed, "God is with us. He is our leader." And then his army and his priests cried out to God for help. Unsurprisingly, God tipped the scales of the battle, and Judah defeated Israel, killing 500,000 of their troops and captured some of its towns, because they trusted in the Lord, the God of their ancestors. After this battle, Jeroboam never regained his power during Abijah's lifetime. Abijah would grow in strength and went on to marry 14 wives and had 22 sons and 16 daughters, following in his father's footsteps, who had 28 sons. Although Abijah wasn't the oldest of his 28 half-brothers, he was the first son of Rehoboam's favorite wife, Maachah, who might have been the daughter of King David's rebellious son, Absalom. At the end of Abijah's 3-year reign, he was succeeded by his son, Asa. The cause of his death remains unknown.